Okay. Hello. Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Which program froze there? Anyways, um, where's my music? Uh, should I? I have a YouTube capture, right? Um, oh, that's a different one. Um, huh, weird. Why did that? Weird. Okay. Huh. Okay, half of the stuff isn't what I remember it to be. I suppose that's fine. Let's get some music here. Here we go. All right, y'all hear that? Oh, it's kind of loud. Oh, there should be fine. Okay, I'm here for about an hour, so let's make the most of it. Okay. Okay. Set my phone alarm for an hour. Got something to do. At about 11:30 my time. It's currently about 10:30. So, okay. All right. So we have your basic character. So let's focus on the face.
Samuel_Jaeger.
Hey, Samuel.
Hello.
Oh, hey, thanks for subscribing for 7 months. Nice. I'm gonna lower the music a little bit more. Lofi beat should be a bit quieter. Dude, they have so many options now. It's kind of nuts. So let's just slowly go through them all. No rush here. Like, as a standout, look at this.
Samuel_Jaeger. Said glad to see you again.
It's kind of, yeah, nice to see it too. It's kind of funny when you look at my own model here. I had to make, like, we didn't have these type of options back when I made my model, like, all my models. So all the eye details I had to make myself. 1 second. Maya. Okay. Yeah, I'm very curious on all these options here. Eye position here is a bit weird. Okay. The ringed eyes, okay. The stare. The high pupil, interesting. The flower pupil. This one is bird, a bird's eye, right? Watery. I don't like how it looks zoomed in. It looks moderately better when zoomed out. Honestly, not too big of a fan about this style.
Samuel_Jaeger said, can you use the high pupil and partly close the yes? I want to see if it covers it up.
Let's see. Which parameter is that? Not this. No, not that. There. There you go. That's a whole different eye type now. Was I looking at this one? I think I was looking at this one. This is very punk coded. The
_7479 said, yo bro, I just came across your stream and dropped a follow before heading out. I respect the hustle. I actually know a big Twitch streamer with around 60k followers who helps streamers grow with real
Where's my mods?
And supporters who donate and sub regularly. If you're
I'm my
serious
mods.
about taking your channel to the next level, add him on Discord, backhand index pointing right inside an _ esports, and tell him Snow Gamer sent you. Opportunities like this don't come around often. Samuel_Jaeger said you could probably make some cool eyes with that.
Yeah, I'm just look, you know. No rush here.
Samuel_Jaeger.
I'm gonna be taking my time here. Like, really taking my time. I'm probably gonna treat this like I did back on my first model. I know that was like such a long time ago, but basically with my first model, I had references. Like, despite everything, it was my attempt at creating a model for the first time with certain other references in mind. I didn't copy anything, realistically speaking, just took ideas. But this time I'm gonna have more of a detailed approach. But for each day that I do stream, for this in particular, I'm probably only going to stream about 1 hour. So I'm going to be done at about 11:30 my time. It's currently 10:35. So for
_Jaeger said, what were your references?
So I should probably try to bring that up. I can try to do a capture here. So I'll just pull up some pictures. Okay. So in terms of, you know, the whole hair color thing, here's a good picture. Let's grab this. Okay. What type of image format is this? No, thank you. Give me a PNG. Thank you very much. Yes. That should work. Okay. Let's see. This is a picture.
Samuel_Jaeger said, what's the file extension?
JFF. Okay. So here's picture. Alright, here's my first reference. This is Kyo Soma from the anime Fruits Basket. So he is my, you can call him my base, right? Like my initial idea came from this character right here. How or why? In Fruits Basket, it's about the 12 zodiac, Chinese zodiacs. Kyo,
Samuel_Jaeger
said,
I see the inspiration.
Kyo is the cat. So he doesn't belong in the 12 zodiacs. At least that's how it goes. I don't know if you know about the story of the Chinese zodiac, but essentially the rat tricked the cat, and the cat failed to be part of the race, and the rat basically got first place in the race. And the cat, I believe, was 13th or something like that. The story's kind of all over the place, but essentially, cat got tricked, couldn't be part of the Chinese zodiac, and this is the story of the Chinese zodiac. And this is Kyo. So he's my base, right? As for what I took inspiration from, his color scheme and the fact that he's a cat. In terms of like ears, and I say ears in particular, there's a VTuber from Covercourt from the Hollow Stars branch. Let's see. Ew. What? Can I change this just into a PNG and it works still? Do you work? Okay. I'm not a fan of the WebP file extension. It's just how I am. I just don't like it. So this is the second character I pulled inspiration from, and he's nicknamed Boss. His name is Kageyama Shien, and he's a lynx, by the way. But
Samuel_Jaeger said the web sucks.
For the OG model, my first model, right? The ears I took, in terms of how I wanted to shape it, and the overall looks, I copied off Shien here, as well as the idea of having a front bang. Hence why my hairstyle is the way it is. You can kind of really see the resemblance there, I suppose. Obviously not the color scheme or anything like that, just mainly the initial ears plus somewhat of the hair, right? So these were like my two main inspirations. I might have had more, but at least for my original model, those two were the big two. So now, The tool that I've used originally has massively upgraded, like massively upgraded, to the point where it's practically unrecognizable. I mean, look, I'm looking at the eyes, and there's like, look at all these options here. I had like, I don't even remember, like next to no options back in the day. I made my own eyes. Like, yeah. A butterfly motif? Okay. Okay, I see what this is. This is the very relaxed character motif. I want to say this is the confident heroine motif. This is um what's it called again?
Samuel_Jaeger said this makes me feel like I'm a kid, going through the Mii Maker on my old Wii.
Okay. Yeah. I'm getting, what was it? Gurren Lagann vibes for some reason. Don't know why. It's that star motif in the eye. What is this? Which game is this reminding me of? A little bit of Danganronpa.
Said it kind of looks like a Hershey's chocolate bar. The eyes.
Sure. I'm not a chocolate eater, so chocolate's not the first thing I think of, but I can see that.
Samuel_Jaeger said, dang, the stream died.
Am I back? Is the stream alive? My internet cut out there for a moment, so OBS died.
Samuel_Jaeger said, oh, it's back.
Hello, yes. I made the comment that this is the anti-hero eyes. Yeah. I think in particular, this is a unisex anti-hero eyes, although it errs more on the side of feminine. I have no comment on this. Is this supposed to be emo? I'm not familiar with this genre for eyes. It's interesting to say the least. Don't particularly watch many animes nor read many mangas with this specific design for eyes. So this is kind of more unique for me. Can I get... where's the pupils?
Samuel_Jaeger said, I have no comment on these eyes. I think they might of a though in.
Okay, these eyes actually look a lot better now that I'm not staring too high up for whatever reason. Why was my gaze like that? My gaze was just kind of like up here, and it looks so different than what I was expecting. Yeah, something like that looks much better. Okay. This is the type of I design that I could never do previously. Because if you look into the eyes right now, look how multicolored this is. There's a lot of shading going on, a lot of tinting going on. So there's the default eye color, right? And then it adds the iris with different shades, and then you have obviously all the whites, right? And this is a star theme I just noticed in the background here, shooting stars. And then it breaks it up into quadrants. So you can see the left side here, bottom side here, right side there, and then top side. And then each, from top to bottom, it goes shade, neutral, bright at the bottom. And then it adds in more details, right? Like, this is the type of eye design that, like, for me who's not an artist, could never really think about doing. It's not the fact that I couldn't do it. I think given enough time, pieces to reference, and, you know, copy, right? I could have done something similar, but, like, as a non-artist, this type of design just never occurred to me to begin with. I had to fix the gazes, man. They're not gazing right. It's pretty cool. Interesting. I'm kind of gonna gloss over some of these ones here because they're all very, like, looking, and I'm not too big of a fan overall of these for my character, personally speaking. What are these? Default anime eyes?
Samuel_Jaeger said, from what I can tell, you did pretty well on your own eyes. Better than what I can do.
I mean, what I did, just give yourself some practice, right? I did my eyes, like, gosh, it's like 3-4, like several times, right? You just gotta practice it, and once you do it, you can just get the hang of it pretty quickly, in my opinion. Oh, interesting. I kind of like what they did with the eyes here. Like, to give this whiting effect, it's giving them that that fishbowl effect. Like, you know, if you're going...
Samuel_Jaeger said the brown fade to orange it kinda nice.
Yeah, I agree. Alright, what else do we have here? Look at how many eyes there are. Oh my god. Okay, this, it doesn't get more default anime eyes than this. I think this is, like, the default anime eye. When you're, like, trying to draw, you draw the circle, you draw the inner circle, and then you draw the iris, and then you add in the whites, and then shade to detail, right? It doesn't get much more basic than this when it comes to starting out drawing anime eyes. Obviously, this is, like, camera lens version of that, with way more detail, but the basic principle is still there. I think what I'm really looking for, I'm not too...
Jaeger said those are some huge pupils. Either it's really dark, or he just got back from the eye doctor.
I mean, it's kind of what it's kind of... I still say it's kind of default anime eyes. I'm kind of used to seeing them like this, to be honest. There's also this design, yeah. Alright, here's the more unique ones, that's for sure. You have the intense stare. This is, what's his name from Kuroko no Basket. was it Akagi? Kuroko no Basket. Akashi. I was close. I was close.
Samuel underscore Jaeger said after you said intense stare, I thought you were gonna say Luigi. I don't know why.
That's pretty funny. Huh. It's not in all its pictures. Okay, not as close as I thought, but that's who it reminds me of. This is like this is definitely one of those intense stare style eyes. That slit iris is the fact that it's also white really provides impact, I think. This one, 100% a villain. Villainize. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't look like a good guy with eyes like these. You know what it is? I think it's because of the innards part here. Like, this is a very unique eye design. The pupil.
Samuel underscore Jaeger said, I think you should choose the intense stare eyes. If you can recolor the white line, I think it could look really cool.
We'll see, we'll see. I'm in no rush. As I said, I'm gonna go through all the eye designs and then probably pick from a slowly whittle down my options to what I like the most.
Samuel underscore Jaeger said, oh, the stream died again. Samuel underscore Jaeger said, oh wait, NVM.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just my OBS constantly disconnecting and reconnecting. I think what's happening actually is that it's I think my OBS is freezing because I think it's currently overloading my PC. I think I'm lacking RAM, so it's taking away RAM usage of OBS, and that disconnects it every so often. So please don't mind that. My god, there's so many eyes. I kind of like it. At the same time, there's a lot of options. But not really. I don't particularly like all of them, but I like a lot of them for sure. Yes, the confused eyes. When you don't know what's going on.
Samuel underscore Jaeger said, dang, I wish this stupid RAM crisis would be over already.
Welcome to the new world with AI startup companies buying out all the RAM and then RAM makers catering towards these companies. They're literally up selling all the RAM prices because these AI companies are willing to pay it for it. Yeah, see, this is literally like the basis for how I designed my eyes, right? Not very detailed. You can kind of tell there's a bit of detail, and there is the gradient going on, which I didn't particularly add to my own eyes, but the way I did my eyes, right? If I can release the eyes here a little bit.
Samuel_Jaeger said, can zoom in and intensely stare at me, so I can get a comparison.
There. Anyways. This is also like a newer model, by the way, so I did have some redesigns for the eyes.
Samuel_Jaeger said, oh, that's cool. Did you do the light reflecting yourself?
Yeah.
I didn't see that in the template.
Everything in my model was edited by me, right? A lot of like clothing was pre-rendered overall. I just changed the design and color scheme. And the eyes is like I mean, there's not much options for the eyes back when I was making it. Let's see. Where's so okay. Oh, okay. So this is different in the sense like everything is now on the left side menu here. And then you can apply different coloring to edits on the right hand side. This used to be different like menu altogether. You had to jump into to do coloring and all that. So I've hit edit texture here. Yeah, this is what I had to work with, right? So this is the iris, eye highlights, scleras, eyebrow eyelids, eyeliner. You can kind of see. So basically what I did was I would take all of these layers. You can see here all these layers. I downloaded them so I have a base copy, and then I'd go into my image editing program, which for me it's Photopea. That's my favorite, and it's basically Photoshop but free and on the web that you can download as an app on your device, or PC mainly. But anyways, using that program, I started adding in my own details and then overlaying things, adding in other effects as I wanted them. In this program, everything's a lot more touch and go. I can draw right here, for example, like that. Kind of see it here.
Samuel_Jaeger said, I think it turned out pretty good.
Why, thank you. Right, this is the iris. I'm not gonna see anything because, yeah, different layer. So you can see what's happening here is that there's multiple effects happening to the eye here. And when I apply from here, you can see it's an orange color right here. It shows up yellow, interestingly enough. So what is red? It's red. But once I err on the side of orange, orangey yellow, yeah, here we go. So I don't get finesse in this program. You can kind of see like this is already more than what I had to work with back in the day. So also not saving. I don't want to save anything here. These are just examples. I'm just looking at the eye sets, and then from the eye sets I can jump into the different layers and then work on it myself. And that's the beauty of having like the updated library of eyes, right? I don't need to start from scratch. I can look at what other people have made and work on that. So I think for this week, I'm going to start a model's face. Start with the eyes. I don't know how far I can get, or if I can even finish just the eyes. But right now I'm spending a lot of my time looking through the presets, seeing my options, but I think it's going to be very similar to how I originally did my model, which is have the preset I want, pull it into Photopia. Obviously, when I'm streaming this, I'll have everything on stream visible. And then look for my references, because I am going to be working with references this time around. And then kind of eyeball it, really. Like, what else can I do, right? I'm not, despite everything, I'm still not an artist. I'm not a model maker. I'm just another guy, just doing their thing, doing the rest. That's all I can do.
Samuel_Jaeger said eyeball it. I see what you did there.
Yep. This is really nice, these effects. I'm already like getting ideas for when I start doing the eyes. The 1,000-yard stare. Okay, no, these are allies. Like this has to be allies, right? It's very feathery, furry coated. I'm thinking owls. I have owls on the mind, but it could be any other bird, really. I think it's because the default color is brown, so I'm thinking owls.
Said I don't know. I think owls have kind of cat-like eyes. Except with circular pupils instead of slits.
I think this preset is probably the most...
Samuel_Jaeger said wow. That's way more hyper-detailed than the rest of them.
Kind of. If anything, it's not that it's hyper detailed, it's just that it's been textured. Like, I suppose that's hyper detailed in a sense. But if we go into here, yeah. Is that right? Okay, no, that is...
Samuel underscore Jaeger said it kinda looks like the Eye of Sauron.
Give it more fiery texture, then yeah. Okay. So what I'm seeing here, go back to eye presets. So change my gaze.
Samuel underscore Jaeger said not gonna lie. I was expecting more eye puns.
They were never on purpose. I think this is... This is about what I want to work with, I think. I like having my design with slightly more slanted eyes rather than the whole super wide-eyed look. I think the super wide eye look is much better for like a chibier model, if I wanted to make a chibi model, but for like the next model for what my current design is, I think I want something along these lines here. Anyways.
Samuel underscore Jaeger said, would you ever consider making a chibi model?
Making one? I mean, I could. That poses its own challenge, right? Especially if I want to make a 3D Vroid chibi model. The design philosophy is just so different compared to a regular model. It'd be an interesting thing to tackle because you'd have to change a lot of the parameters in Vroid Studio to make a chibi model. It's to the point where I'm sure someone else has done it, and so I can just probably mimic off them, but off the top of my head, I'd imagine it'd be easier to just do a live 2D chibi than a full-on 3D. Although 3D chibi models, I'm thinking like Kanaura from that did a lot of the chibi modeling for Hololive. He does amazing stuff. Kanaura. This stuff is great. Color calibration. Oh, I can just pick my color, huh? That's useful. I don't think I want... So, I know a lot of VTubers have, like, heterochromia eyes. I don't think I want that. I think I want my eyes to be the same color. These are the eye highlights.
Samuel_Jaeger.
Huh.
Said I think I'm gonna head out for the night. Nice seeing you again, Yama.
Yep, nice seeing you too, Samuel. And I'm about to head off myself.
Said good luck with making eyes.
Okay. Let's save this. And put that. Okay. I saved my
Samuel_Jaeger.
my thing here.
Said, well, if you're gonna get off soon, I might as well stick around.
Okay.
The stream.
I mean, I said I'm getting off soon. I'm pretty much like I'm pretty much like literally meaning that. Kill the music now. All right. Have a good one. Bye bye.